The Dead Sea Scrolls. In 1947, near the shores of the Dead Sea, a single thrown stone cracked open clay jars sealed for over 2,000 years, and with them the foundations of history. These texts became known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. They are among the most important archaeological discoveries ever made. Tonight, we explore where they came from, who wrote them, what they contain, and why they may change how we understand the story of humanity itself. The Dead Sea Scrolls are over 900 ancient manuscripts, written mostly on parchment, some on papyrus, and one etched into copper. They date from approximately 250 BCE to 68 CE. They are the oldest surviving copies of biblical texts ever discovered, more than 1,000 years older than previously known manuscripts. Found in 11 caves near Qumran, the scrolls include books of the Hebrew Bible, religious laws and commentaries, hymns and prayers, calendars and community rules, and apocalyptic and mystical writings. Every book of the Hebrew Bible appears except Esther. In early 1947, a Bedouin shepherd named Muhammad el-Dahib searched for a goat. He threw a stone into a cave and heard pottery shatter. Inside were tall jars containing linen-wrapped scrolls. At first, their value was unknown. Some were mishandled, sold, or nearly destroyed. Over the next decade, archaeologists uncover hundreds more fragments across nearby caves, a library hidden in pieces. So who wrote the Dead Sea Scrolls? Most scholars agree many scrolls were written or collected by a Jewish sect known as the Essenes. They lived communally, followed strict purity law, rejected temple leadership in Jerusalem, and believed they were living in the final age before divine judgment. Ancient writers Josephus, Philo, and Pliny the Elder all describe a group matching this community living near the Dead Sea. However, not all scrolls came from one group. Many were likely copied in Jerusalem and hidden during the Roman advance, leading to the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE. So what exactly do these scrolls mean? Biblical preservation and change. When scholars compared the scrolls to later Hebrew Bibles, the result was staggering. Large portions were nearly identical, showing extraordinary textual preservation across 1,000 years. But there were also clear variations, spelling differences, recorded verses, and theological nuance. This proved the Bible was not static, but actively copied, interpreted, and debated. Lesser known truths. Multiple versions of Scripture. The scrolls reveal that multiple versions of biblical books existed at the same time. Ancient Judaism was not unified. It was diverse, dynamic, and contested. The Qumran community followed a 364-day solar calendar, rejecting Jerusalem's lunar calendar. They believed temple worship was happening on the wrong days and was therefore invalid. Several texts describe two messianic figures, one priestly and one royal. This challenges the assumption that Jewish messianic belief was always singular and provides vital context for early Christianity. The Book of the Watchers expand Genesis with stories of fallen angels, giants known as the Nephilim, and forbidden knowledge given to humanity. These ideas deeply influenced early Jewish and Christian thought, but were later excluded from official biblical canons. Modern scholarly discoveries. The scrolls are still yielding secrets. AI handwriting analysis has revealed that some scrolls were written by multiple scribes with near identical training. Multispectral imaging has uncovered ink invisible for centuries. Several 21st century fragments were exposed as modern forgeries, reinforcing the value of verified scrolls. Most authentic Dead Sea Scrolls are housed in Israel, primarily at the Shrine of the Book in Jerusalem and the Israel Antiquities Authority. They are preserved in climate-controlled environments, replacing the dry cave conditions that protected them for 2 millennia. What do the Dead Sea Scrolls reveal? Sacred texts evolve. Belief is debated, not delivered whole. History is shaped by communities and not just empires. They connect ancient Judaism, early Christianity, and the modern world. They show humanity openly wrestling with law, identity, apocalypse, and meaning. And they remind us that some truths can survive 2,000 years in silence, waiting for one stone to break out the dark. Hidden in caves, wrapped in living, forgotten by time. The Dead Sea Scrolls waited, and when they were found, history listened.